This summer, I was in a Bible study for the first time, and in the Bible study, I got to meet some other girls that were in my age group and around the church. My leader showed us how to look at the Bible and to understand it and how I need to apply it in my life.
Well, the big thing was just hanging with a bunch of other guys. Like, before we even started the Bible study, we just mess around for like 30 minutes, and that's great, but the entire time you're coming closer to these guys, and it's really important when you're becoming a Christian to have those groups to help you along.
This summer I did a Bible study with Jada, and we focused on surrendering. And I connected a lot with the surrendering of your status, where we don't just view ourselves as, oh, I'm an athlete, but just view yourself as a person of God.
This summer I went to Haiti, and before I went down to Haiti, I was struggling with my perspective on God. I was feeling to God, why do you let these things happen to these people? As a result of Haiti, I realized that this world is broken and that there is hurt and pain in it, but I also learned that God is there with you and He loves each and every one of them, and that just helped me to gain a new perspective on God.
I definitely feel like I experienced God. Like, you could tell He was there, and like through the kids mainly, because like seeing their love for Him like makes me like want to love Him even more. A stronger love, because you realize like I have so much, like why am I not as in love with God?
When I went to Haiti, that was like the motto, we're going to go and show the Haitians love. But I didn't really get it till I came home and I was going back to work at the YMCA. When I got there, just like within an hour, God struck me like, bam, you don't have to be in Haiti to show the same love. You can show the same love you were showing the Haitians to these kids that you showed while you were there.
Members were just so energetic whenever they worshiped God, and they just showed it in like so many different ways by either like jumping up and down or just singing at the top of their lungs. Whenever I'm like hanging out with my friends or just out somewhere, sometimes I'll just forget like the main purpose I was created is to solely live for God. These kids just were totally not ashamed of it, and it was just the coolest thing, and I realized like that's one of the things that I need to do.
I think it was one of the first times that I truly shared my faith with someone else.
God was showing me how much I love the kids, and then I tried serving at Sundays, and I loved it. I just loved playing with the kids and growing that relationship with them. So this fall, I'm going to try to serve every Sunday and switch between the 9 and the 11.
I got to go to Appalachia this summer with our church. It's sort of in a funny place. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to like fully commit myself, or where I wasn't sure what I believed or anything. I had never like felt His presence. And then on Tuesday night of the trip, all the guys were talking, and I sort of felt the urge to speak up about that I never felt His presence, and they all prayed for me and they put their arms on me, and I like felt it in that moment when they prayed for me, and it was awesome. So I like rededicated my life to God. Now I want to live my life glorifying God with all my action.
During the trip to Appalachia, we went to a church service, and it really touched me because all of the people, they just came with a need before God. It made me want to draw closer to God in a way that I've never been before.
On the trip, God showed me what an amazing impact a youth pastor can have, and that's something I want to do with my life.
In Appalachia, I recommitted my life to God because of things going on in my life. It was necessary to do.
This is my second year at Appalachia, and going to this year I was really excited to see what God would do. He helped me to sort of put a face on the poor. Now I feel like I do know who to help, and I know that I have the resources to help them, and I know I can.
So City was amazing. Got to like experience God. Like, you went to Bible study in the morning, you went to club at night, you had like Bible study, like group time, and it was like 3 times a day you like got into the Word. And we did a cross exercise thing. We put these lighters on the cross. It made it so impactful that what Jesus did for you, and that you can truly give what you're struggling with or your sin up to God, and He'll take it off your back.
The reason that Surf City really changes so many people, and it's changing more every year, is because people go into it and everything else is sort of put on the back burner, and they're just focused on creating these relationships with the people around them, and they're focused on God. I really just saw God work through so many of the middle schoolers this year, and about midway through that week, so many kids started to really just feel the grace of God and feel just the love of the people around them.
This year it was really a good spiritual experience. On Wednesday night we had 20 minutes of silence, and I really felt God in our presence. I learned that it's okay to show your Christianity. You might actually find you becoming to have more friends and getting closer with God and having a good solid group of friends who you can talk about with your faith. During the 20 minutes of silence I recommitted my life to Christ, and I realized that I needed to start living out the Word of God.
More and more kids each year are being saved and coming to God, and I'm really excited to see how that plays out going into this fall, because I've seen so many lives change this summer and seen so many people who are going into the fall with ideas about how to expand on our student ministries.